What's up, YouTube? We're gonna do a little late night NFL tier list. We're gonna see who we think going into the 2024 season is gonna be a Super Bowl caliber team, deep in playoffs, playoff team, barely missed playoffs, and not a chance. Excuse my voice, by the way. Got a little sick over the this last week, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this early bird style and do our thoughts on all these teams after all the trades. I guess we start off with the Eagles. You already know they're a Super Bowl caliber team. I think we all know that. I don't think they're quite yet there, but they're Super Bowl caliber. They're not just deep in the playoffs. Um, I had no faith in Jordan Love for the Green Bay last year, but he proved me wrong. Like his value of his sports cards like tripled. It's pretty insane. I don't know, and I like their wide receivers. I think they're really underrated. So I don't know where I want to put them. Dude, can they go deep in the playoffs? I mean, they might be able to. Let's stick with playoff team for now. Let's keep going and see what we think. Baltimore Ravens, everyone will kill me if I don't put them Super Bowl. I think they're more deep playoffs. I don't think they're gonna win it all. Um, I don't know. They kind of choke a lot of the times, but for now, we're putting them Super Bowl. Buccaneers, I don't know. Are they a playoff team anymore? They still have Mike Evans. Baker Mayfield played a little better on that team. They might barely miss the playoffs this year. I might switch some of these around. Commanders. Oh, I can't remember their QB right now. Oh, Sam Howell. I think they picked up someone else. I think they might barely miss the playoffs. They have some studs on that team. Yeah. Old school Redskin logo for you, too. They're trying to fight for it back. Texans, man, they were so impressive. But I don't think they're quite a Super Bowl team yet. I think Mixon will really help them as well. They did some really good trades, but I think they're deep playoffs. I don't think they're quite there yet. I think maybe another year or so after this year, we'll see. Stroud maybe be the guy to take them to a Super Bowl. So it'd be crazy to see them in the Super Bowl for real though. Dallas Cowboys, they're a really good team, but are they just a playoff team? They're not Super Bowl caliber. A lot of people think so, but did they ever get out of the first round? I can't really remember right now. With Aaron Rodgers' return, I think Jets might be a playoff team. I mean, they're gonna be either playoff team or barely miss the playoffs. They might make it in and surprise some people. Like they have some really good studs, especially defensively. Raiders, not a chance. Barely missed the playoffs, probably. Panthers, I mean, they're struggling. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna go with not a chance. Falcons, I really love some of their moves they've done. So I think they're barely gonna miss the playoffs like usual. Like they're usually like 8 and 9. I just don't know if they can do it. They do have a chance to be a playoff team, but I think they barely missed the playoffs this year. Reevaluate again, and I think they'll be up there. Chargers, they're struggling. They lost some big guys. I think they're barely gonna miss the playoffs. Um, Dolphins last year, I would have said deep in the playoffs, but I'm gonna go with just a playoff team. I'm liking the Dolphins. I love that team right now. I think Tua is underrated. A lot of you guys hate on him for no reason, just because he got a concussion. All the hate, but same with Burrow. He got hurt, so you guys just hate on the people that got injured. But they're definitely a playoff team. Browns, surprisingly, I would always love to put them at not a chance, but Browns are a playoff team. They really are. Patriots, oof, not a chance. They're struggling. Ain't no hope. Lions, this is a hard one. Are they a Super Bowl caliber team? They have one of the best coaches in the league. the culture of that place has really changed. They shocked me last year. I want to say, I think they're gonna go deep playoffs, but I kind of think they're a Super Bowl caliber team. That's a tough one. Titans this year, their whole offense was based around Derrick Henry, which is now on the Ravens, which is another reason they're a Super Bowl caliber team. But I think it's not a chance. I don't think they're getting even if they sniff it and barely miss it. I don't think there's a chance. I think they're gonna miss it no matter what. Giants without Saquon Barkley. I don't know that they made any good moves to really change anything about them. I could be wrong, but as for right now, I think they barely missed the playoffs. Broncos. Who? You know what? I gotta look this. Who's the Broncos QB? Yeah, that's tough. I think there's not a. They could shock people, but I think there's not a chance right now. Oh man, Minnesota losing Kirk Cousins. I absolutely think there is no chance. Even with Justin Jefferson, like what are they gonna do? Kirk Cousins is underrated as well. He brought that fire into people. They did that amazing clutch against the Colts last year. Can you do that without Kirk Cousins? I really don't think so. Not a chance. They're not going to the playoffs. San Francisco, we all know they are beast mode. They were literally in the Super Bowl last year, so they're Super Bowl caliber as always. They've been really good for the past few years. Went to the Super Bowl twice. Rams. Oof. If it was the beginning of last year, I would say not even chance. They went like three and something. They lost Aaron Donald. Um, I think they're barely gonna miss the playoffs, man. I don't know. They could make it, but I think they might get clutched up on. I really like Puka. I hope the best for him. I hope they do. I kind of hope they go on. I don't know. Hmm. Seattle. Well, there can't really be this many playoff teams. Like, oof. It could go anyway. Like these three right here. Even Texans could not make it. So it's a tough one. Did they barely miss it? What moves did they make this year? Oh, I might have to skip that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Buffaloes are a playoff team. I don't think they're going deep playoffs. I think they're going to lose first round this year. Me personally. Jags. Trevor Lawrence is a stud. I think they're barely going to miss playoffs. I think. Going up with the Jags there. Oof. Alrighty. Well, the Bears, I don't think they have a chance at all. They're struggling culture over there. They don't know what to do. They have to get some immaculate quarterback to be able to do anything. Steelers, I think they're barely. I know they made the playoffs the last couple years. They're choking this year. No, they actually got some good players now. You know what? They're going to playoff team. They got Russell Wilson. They got two new QBs. They got good wide receivers, good defense. I think they'll stay. We're gonna go straight to KC. We already know they're Super Bowl caliber. That's they've already been there. How many times? They're trying to repeat, and if they three-peat, I'll probably never watch the NFL again. Bengals. I think Bengals are always a Super Bowl caliber team, even with missing the playoffs last year. I won't be biased because Bengals are my team. I'm gonna say deep playoffs, even though I think they're gonna. I think they will make a comeback. I think some moves they made are going to be huge. Burrow stays healthy. They're absolutely a Super Bowl caliber team. But as it's the off season and he just started throwing again, I'm gonna say deep playoffs. Cardinals, not even a chance. Not even close. Nope. Colts, I would like to say they have a chance. I think they're barely gonna miss the playoffs. Saints, they could barely miss the playoffs. Colts, Giants, Falcons, Saints, they're always mid tier. Even right now, Raiders, Chargers, Jaguars, they all have potential. Commanders, they're always right on the 8 and 9 line. So with if these eight right here were gonna make the playoffs, where does that leave them? I think they barely miss the playoffs. These guys can upset any one of these teams. I don't care. I think that's a pretty good list. Seahawks, I'm still not sure. I want them to be a playoff team, but they're barely gonna miss the playoffs this year. That's my list. That's my super early playoff team list, just based on last year, moves made, everything like that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you agree with, disagree with in the comments below. As always, have a good one. Peace out.